to Carol's Universe Tarot Readings from the Heart. Thanks ever so much for joining me on your September 1st to the 15th Gypsy Tarot Love Spread. Just to quickly let you know what's happening on the channel. I'm not doing monthlies anymore. I'm going to try out the bi-weeklies because I like doing it. I like the instantaneousness of those readings. What we're looking at is doing 4 readings a month. So you've got 2 readings between the 1st and the 15th, and that will be your Gypsy Tarot Love Spread and also your Celtic Cross General Spread, and that General Spread can show anything. You've then got from the 16th to the 30th of the month the Gypsy Tarot Love Spread again, and also your Celtic Cross, and it just depends what shows up in those readings. It can show an update on the previous 2 weeks, or it can show something entirely different. On the Celtic Cross, what you'll get is me now. So I'm going to be back on screen because I haven't been connecting with you guys in a while, and I like doing that, okay? So that's really just the update on the reading. So for this reading, my darlings, I'm using the Witch's Tarot. I was using for some of the other signs the Radiant White deck, but it's too slippery. I'm not keen on how slippery that deck is. So I've changed for you guys the Witch's Tarot, which I love. And also, you will have a Romance Angels by Doreen Virtue advice card, okay, at the end of the reading. So, Universe Spirit, show me what is coming in for love for Capricorn. Show me Capricorn in love. Show me Capricorn in love. What do you see coming in for Capricorn in love? Show me Capricorn in love. What's coming in for Capricorn in love? Show me Capricorn in love. Capricorn, Sun, and Rising signs. Capricorn, Sun, and Rising signs. Capricorn, Sun, and Rising signs between the 1st and the 15th. Of September, show me. Alright, we're going to split this deck into 3, like so. Collect it back up, and we're going to start laying the cards out. So, we've got 1, 2, 3. These cards are a little bit bendy at the moment. I've had them a while. I do have 2 other packs of this, actually. I'm always buying. Whenever I buy cards, I tend to buy the same deck 2 or 3 times if I really like it, and but I haven't opened up those. I just want to keep them pristine. Yeah. So countless decks of the Rider Waite. My God, I must have about 10 of them. Okay. Love the tarot. Let's have a look at what's going on for you guys then, Capricorn. Trying to get these readings down to about 20 minutes, 25 at the most if we can. Okay, so there you go. There's your cards. So, mental and emotional temperance. Some of you guys, the situation might be about healing. Temperance often shows up when you're healing over a situation, Capricorn. So when you're putting things into perspective with the temperance energy. Sometimes this is about moderation. This is about weighing up a situation with the temperance energy. Sometimes it can be about reconciliations as well. But the temperance card essentially is about working things through. It's about finding that healing, that balance within the self again. What is the mental and emotional? So how are you kind of approaching this situation mentally and emotionally? Well, around that, the Four of Swords shows up. So the Four of Swords recognises a time for peace. And there's, you know, you've got 2 healing cards here. So around the situation being temperance, mentally and emotionally, it's the Four of Swords. So it's time to down tools. It's a time to not act in a situation. So if there are any kind of arguments in relationships, discrepancies, it's a time for silence and to go inward and to seek that introspection so that you can either heal the situation or you can heal yourself with that Four of Swords. And mentally and emotionally, I do feel that mentally with the Four of Swords, this is about you guys seeking some introspection, but it's on the temperance situation. Some of you guys might be trying to work something out with a partner, potentially work through the issues, and it might be mentally and emotionally. It is a time around this for introspection. If this situation is healing, then it's a time mentally to down tools, just to really sit back, think about the situation. Some of you guys might be doing some meditating. Emotionally, with the Four of Swords, for me, it's about rest. So there's a lot of resting going on here mentally and emotionally for some of you guys. What's the reason for that? Because there's been some loss here. You've got the Five of Cups for you. A lot of the signs are showing loss around them. Five of Cups shows loss, disappointment. Doesn't always mean loss, but it can mean that some of you guys have been feeling a sense of disappointment around a situation, or you've lost a relationship, a friendship, whatever that is. Around your present situation, we're seeing the Five of Swords being the situation. So this is conflict, but the Five of Swords represents sometimes having to cut someone out. So there might have been severance around the situation, around the relationship with this Five of Swords. Sometimes this can represent one partner trying to get the upper hand over the other one, okay? So this can sometimes be where somebody is talking down to you, for example. Their words hurt, because on the usual Five of Swords, I love this deck, but I don't really like the Five of Swords card because it doesn't show me people. Okay, so I have to just go with the general means. I can't see where the faces are pointing, which is why I don't really like the Five of Swords card on this particular deck. But Five of Swords is all about the severance of a relationship, but it's also about where one partner is gaining the upper hand over the other. So it can be somebody's being a little bit underhanded. It can be where somebody is assuming the higher ground on a situation. It shows an imbalance sometimes in a relationship. But what's going on around that for the focus? Well, the situation is about conflict, severance. You guys with the Six of Swords are looking to move on. So the focus for the first 2 weeks is looking to move on from that. It's looking to move on from that tired energy. We have a 5 that goes to a 6, which is nice, because it says even though there might have been severance, conflicts in relationships, I feel that the present focus around the first 2 weeks in September, Capricorn, will be around moving past that energy. What's the reason for that? Well, there you go, the Ten of Pentacles, which is nice. So there might be some form of reconciliation going on here, because the Ten of Pentacles is about a stable relationship. And why are you bypassing this? Why are you getting over this energy here? Because of the Ten of Pentacles. Maybe there is strength, real strength in your relationship. I feel that this is more about disappointment in relationships for you guys, Capricorn. It's not essentially lost. So I feel that you guys are moving on here. So the situation is about conflict, severance. But there is moving on. If there's been severance here, the Six of Swords I feel is about, in the focus for the first 2 weeks, Capricorn, about reaching some form of a resolution. Because this is a resolution card. It says that you bypass this one here. But it's because of the Ten of Pentacles. Maybe there is still stability within your relationship here. And I feel that this is why the situation might be temperance. And temperance is about working something through. Alright, it's about making those adjustments, finding that equilibrium and balance within the relationship, in which, mentally and emotionally, there's a sense of needing to find some peace mentally. So it's no action here, just taking time out to seek introspection and rest, because there has been some sadness here with the Five of Cups. Present situation is showing the Five of Swords, conflict, severance, but there is the need to bypass that. Around this card, there's the need for you guys to bypass that, to get some clarity in over the situation, because I feel that you guys have had a stable relationship here. So if this is about trying to seek the clarity around whatever's going on here and here, it's because you've had a stable relationship. It could either be for the children, because of the family, because you've been in a long-term relationship, you don't want to lose it, you've invested so much in that relationship. That's what I'm seeing so far for that. Around your hopes and desires, the situation is about, well, it's about the connection, the emotional connection with that Two of Cups that you have with this individual. But what's going on around that in terms of your hopes? Well, the hopes are the Seven of Pentacles. So the Seven of Pentacles represents to, the investment. The thing with the Seven of Pentacles, it's a bit of a dodgy card in a way, because the investment has already been made with that Seven of Pentacles. It might be the hope is to wait. And if it's to wait, it's got to be a negative card that maybe shows down here. Well, we've got your waiting, and this is you actually, Queen of Pentacles. So Capricorn is Queen of Pentacle card. All right, when you get a Capricorn, they're actually astrologically assigned is the Queen of Pentacles. So it's your card, this is you. So I feel that the situation around your hopes and desires is about the emotional connection that you have to this individual, Capricorn, in which around that the hopes are to wait with that Seven of Pentacles. It is to take the time out to evaluate the situation with that Seven of Pentacles card. And what is that? Because you guys know what's good for you. You're the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles is somebody who will look at the pure resource of the Pentacle, and she's holding the commitment Pentacle. So she's holding the Ace of Pentacles. So whenever there's a Pentacle on a face card, it's like the Ace of Pentacles. It's about looking at the commitment here with the Queen of Pentacles. You're looking at the commitment and you're saying, how can we grow this? What can we do? So there's something about you guys using your common sense and being quite pragmatic and being quite intelligent about the whole thing. What's going on around your expectations? Well, the Page of Wands is the situation. Page of Wands is about having fun. It's about exploring new territories. It's about heading in a new direction. It's about getting out in the world and just having lots of excitement and fun. It could also be something about a message, because messages with the Page of Wands are either creative or they're about love, but they're usually good news. So the situation could be about a message, good news. But what is it you're expecting as a result of that? So around that, were you expecting some form of change? So there could be something about a situation that talks about communication, good communication here, in which you expect expectation for you guys will be around a change. But let me have a look at what that change is, or what that's based on. Well, the Queen of Wands. That's interesting. Is there a third party here, I'm wondering, because you've got a Queen of Wands sitting here. You're expecting, the situation is around good news, Page of Wands, and around that good news, the expectation is about a change. What's that change, positive change about? The Queen of Wands. So it might be that this is a third party showing up here. It could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Maybe that's where the sadness comes in. Maybe this is where the conflict comes in here. The situation could be about severance over a third party situation. Usually on the Five of Swords, you've got one swordsman and he's holding up a sword towards two people. So it's almost like you've said to somebody, I feel, Capricorn, for some of you guys, fuck off, get lost, you had an affair. It might be that this is on an affair that we're looking at here, because we have a court card here showing the Queen of Wands. So it might be the situation around your present was about an affair, in which this is about overcoming this affair, because you have built up, this is the card of the long-term marriage or the long-term commitment. You've built up a long-term commitment, marriage, union with this individual. And I feel here this is about trying to heal a situation with the Temperance card, work things through. But mentally and emotionally, you need time to seek some form of introspection and healing emotionally, because there has been disappointment and loss with that Five of Cups. You've got the conflict card. I think this might be about an affair situation for some of you guys. You've been trying to move on from that affair here, seek some clarity, overcome the mental barriers, the thoughts, the negative energy in the situation here. Because of the Ten of Pentacles, you've built up that relationship with that individual. However, around your hopes, well, the situation is about the connection you have with this individual. Around that connection, you've got the hope of the Seven of Pentacles. And this isn't to rush into anything. This is to say, I'm going to need to take some time. I'm hoping that I've got the time to evaluate whether this is something I still want to invest in. But that's because of yourselves, the Queen of Pentacles, Capricorn. Knowing what's good for you, common sense. But also because you need the security in your life. You've built up a certain sense of security. So this is all about evaluating as well on a material plan. I think a lot of this is to do with maybe, because we've got Pentacle cards here. And when you get Pentacles, they're grounded energy. So it's not so much about love. It's about what you've built up within the relationship. What is the security of the relationship? The house, the mortgage, perhaps. The rent that you share. The children that you have. The pets that you have. It's all based on that here, I feel, in these cards. Around your expectation, there's a situation about good communication. Your expectation will be a change. What's that change about? Well, it's about a Queen of Wands. Is this the third party that caused all the problems with the Five of Swords? You're expecting a change on this individual. What are the hidden factors, what you're not seeing? Well, you've got the Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles is about application, hard work, planning with this Three of Pentacles. So there's something about studying something here being the situation. What is it you're not seeing around the situation? Well, the High Priestess. So the High Priestess can represent a secret, for example. The situation is somebody who's studying something here. They're looking at something here with the Three of Pentacles. They're planning something here. But what is it around that? What is it you're not seeing being planned maybe? The High Priestess. This is a secret. What's the secret based on? The King of Cups. And that's unconditional love. So maybe this person is planning something here being the situation. What are they planning? Well, it's not ready to be revealed. High Priestess is a lack of revelation. It's a secret. What is that secret based on? Unconditional love. So it might be what you're not seeing is this person's planning to do something nice with you potentially. They don't want to reveal it to you. That type of thing. Let's have a look at what's going on in the immediate future. Well, you've got the Ace of Wands being the situation. This is about passion. Growth is the Ace of Wands as well. What is it around that growth that we're looking at? Well, there you go. You've got karma. There's rejuvenation coming in here. What's that based on? The Nine of Wands holding on out there. Still staying in there despite the hurt, despite the pain. It looks like to me some of you guys might be trying to keep, or you're keeping a relationship together here. What's the overall outcome? Well, the Queen of Cups energy. You're not Queen of Cups. So the Queen of Cups is somebody who is seeking emotional introspection, emotional answers, but also using their emotional evaluation to guide their intuition in a situation. What is it around that Queen of Cups energy? Well, they've got happiness here. Queen of Cups is also a card about shared emotions, compassion. So the situation might be about being compassionate towards one another, or you being compassionate towards whoever this person is, in which around this the overall outcome is happiness with that Four of Wands. It's coming together again. It's celebration between you and this individual. What's the reason for that? There you go, because of the Ace of Pentacles. There's still a commitment here. There's still the potential for this thing to go the long haul. Beautiful reading. My God. Thank you, Jesus. Sorry. I've been seeing so many of these freaking readings, man, for the signs, and they're all gloom and bloody doom, and I'm sick of it. And finally, we've got a reading here. I think that there has been some form of infidelity going on for some of you Capricorns, to be perfectly honest with you, Capricorn. I really do. And I feel that it's taken a lot of you guys a lot to forgive that. I really do. But I think that you've handled the situation in the most beautiful of ways. The most beautiful of ways. The Ace of Pentacles is about a commitment. And this card is based on that commitment. Happiness, togetherness, joy, fun. Because of the commitment in the relationship. Yes, I feel that there's been a third party here. Let's quickly go through the reading again before we get your angel card. But I'm so happy. So bloody happy. Thank you, universe. At last, a gorgeous reading. You guys here, you're sorting through something with the Temperance card. There's some healing that needs to be done in a relationship here. Mentally and emotionally, you're probably a little bit withdrawn as well with the Four of Swords. Four of Swords means to be withdrawn, but it's also really the card that says, I'm not taking action just yet. I'm not speaking because I need just to sort this out within myself. Emotionally, it's about trying to heal over something, taking that time out, resting, because I think there's been some disappointment with that Five of Cups. The situation around the present, I feel, is about an infidelity. You might have cut somebody out because they were having it away with someone else. But I feel that around that there is trying to find a resolution with that Six of Swords. But that resolution is based on the family concept, building off the relationship. What have you built up with this person, whether you're married or not? It's about a solid union with the Ten of Pentacles. It's about the things that you share, the things that you build. So there's something here that trying to overcome whatever this thing is because of the family, because of the relationship that you've built up here. The hopes, while the situation is around your relationship, the emotional connection, you guys around that are hoping to take the time to evaluate what it is that you feel about this, what it is that you want. Should you consider, you're hoping that you're going to have the time to do this. All right. It could be for some of you guys, you're hoping still to be able to invest in this because of the Queen of Pentacles energy as well. The Queen of Pentacles being you guys is you're secure, you're stable. You feel, you know, you've got everything that you need in the relationship. You're nurturing. It might be based on the aspects of you guys trying to still nurture this relationship, nurture the home, grow the relationship. But also, you know, if the hope is to wait, take a little bit of time out with that Seven of Pentacles to find out exactly what it is that you want. It'll be based on you guys being quite practical, pragmatic, and using your common sense. All right. And this is all about, you know, how buildable is this relationship again with these cards. Your expectations, well, it's about good communication. The situation is showing you and this person possibly having good communication with the Page of Wands. You'll be expecting around that good communication a change for the better or a change. What is that change? Well, the Queen of Wands. So this might be the third party showing here. Doesn't have to be a fire sign, but it's somebody very sexy, somebody very alluring, and somebody very attractive. If this isn't a person here, then this is something about the attractivity and the passion being brought back into the relationship with the Queen of Wands. What you can't see coming in, well, the situation is somebody's been studying something here with the Three of Pentacles. They're planning something with that Three of Pentacles. What is it that they're planning? What is this? Is it that you can't see coming in? Well, it's the High Priestess. Something about this could also be with the High Priestess. It might be a counsellor. She can show as a counsellor. So it might be somebody's been planning some counselling sessions, that type of thing with the High Priestess energy. It might be they're planning some form of a surprise, because I feel that there's still unconditional love here in a way with that King of Cups energy. What you'll see coming in is the Ace of Wands, and this is about growth within a relationship, I feel, being the situation. What is it about that growth? Well, it's the Karma card. It's called Judgment in the normal Rider-Waite. So the Judgment card speaks about growth rebirth, changes coming in. But why are those changes coming in? Because you've worked hard, you've stood your ground in the situation, Nine of Wands. Despite all the hurt and pain, you stood in it. And you said, I'm not giving up on this, which is what the Nine of Wands is about. The outcome for some of you Capricorns is the Queen of Cups. And the Queen of Cups, I feel, represents as a situation, the shared emotional experience, putting yourself in each other's shoes. Okay? Speaking, communicating about, you know, empathizing, sympathizing with one another's perspectives. So it's about shared emotional knowledge. Yes, I did this because of this, and I've done this because of this, and it's about kind of this compromise, this compassion that will be shown in this situation. But what is it about that compassion that we're seeing as the overall outcome? There's happiness here, the Four of Wands. There's a coming together of parties. There's joy and abundance. And why is that? Because I feel that you guys are still committed. Whoever this person is to you, Capricorn, I feel that there's still a commitment, and within those 2 weeks there won't be any giving up on something. There have been discrepancies, there have been perhaps infidelities, there's possibly been a lack of passion in the relationship, but I feel that things will be worked on and they'll come back together. Let's have a look at what the romance angels are saying for you guys. Oops, it just came off my video. There we go. Universe Spirit, what is the advice that you have for Capricorn? Romance Angels, what is the advice that you have for Capricorn on this reading? What is the advice that you have for Capricorn on this reading? Show me. There you go. This could be the one, is the advice. And it's saying you've already met the romantic partner that you seek. There you go. This could be the one. Certainly could be the one for you, okay? So if you're going through a tough time, Capricorn, with someone that maybe has been, you know, unfaithful potentially, or there's been a lack of drive or passion in the relationship and it's something you need to work on, just know that this could really be the one, okay? And that sometimes relationships take hard work, and if you're willing to go the distance, it really could happen for you. Okay, that's your reading, my darlings. I'd like to say thanks ever so much for joining me on Carol's Universe, and I will see you guys in a couple of weeks.